Hey everybody, James here. I'm doing a Florida Fish Tanks Contest entry regarding the scape of this tank. I'm really not sure how to scape his tank. I would say call SlimTim if you want to get some help rescaping your tanks. Seem to do pretty good. I'll try to make this as fast as possible. As everybody knows, I use natural organic soil in my tanks. In this case, I topped it off with black gravel substrate. Normally I would go with a sand substrate, and then I went with a black sand on top of the black substrate. I just wanted to try sand, and also to hold down like the glossostigma, the dwarf hair grass, and eventually like pearlweed and all them other tiny little carpeting type of plants. So really digging the black sand for sure. Normally I have the natural rock on top of sand, but I don't know, I'm just kind of tired of the natural rock look. I've done it for so many years, it's time to do a change. As far as my plants are concerned, it was just a matter of placement. What looks good? This happens to be the biggest plant in my tank, so I figured, you know, put the big Amazon sword in the middle so that it just gives it a nice point of view. That's definitely usually the first thing you're going to see, and then from there maybe like the wood with the willow moss and whatnot on it. But basically it's just planted to where colors are going to contrast with each other, meaning the reds and the greens, and even like the lighter colored plants, like some of the yellow from like the red flame sword, I believe that's what it's called there. And then basically, you know, it was just basically going from big stem to a narrower, taller stem, which is the undulatus. Then I went down with the crypts. I believe those are the window crypts, or however you call it. This crazy looking houseplant thing that should have died like 8 months ago, but it just wants to keep melting and fighting back. And then from there I added another big Amazon sword. I don't remember off the top of my head, this guy right here. It'll probably come to me by the time I finish with this. And then of course the Kabumba. Kabumba just looks good against the glass. Front or back, it doesn't matter. And then followed it up with the dwarf hair sage, or dwarf hair grass rather. It just gives it that cool look against all the other sharp shaped leaves, I guess you could say, like the crypts and then the undulatus. So it's got like its little pointed features as well. So it works out with all these other type of plants. And then over here, the glossostigma, just need a foreground plant to start carpeting in front for me. The anacris is here just to get it some more light, suggesting the SlimTim. Got a couple of stems of moneywort over here, which I'm going to be adding some more. Some of those had blackbeard issues from previous, so they're still getting over that state. The wisteria, it's in the back due to the fact that it hides the intake tube, and it's also good for hiding your heaters. I just didn't put this in the back yet. That right there, the Rotala Wolishi, I guess you call it. That's right there, only because of the fact it's going to contrast. It's going to turn red versus the green, which you can see it's already working on turning red due to the iron content in the water. The pinwheel is just a crazy looking plant that's going to fill in that whole section right there, so I'm going to be digging that. Wisteria right now at the moment, or water sprite rather. It's looking pretty dingy. I don't know why it just kind of like did what it did. That was the crazy plant in this whole tank. But it'll fill in. And then of course you got the Luigia Cuba up here. So it's just a matter of like colors contrasting once you get going and whatnot. Now that I've got these in here, you know, they're going to dig the light that's in here anyways. And then the hygrophila, we put that back over there just to contrast against the Cuba over here. But I like it, in fact, because it's got the similar shape of the jungle vowel, so it's going to blend in pretty cool. And the jungle vowel, I put it in this corner mainly because it's going to contrast this rock and it's going to flow over So it's going to give it that same shape like the wood does by the time it's actually done, once it gets growing. So that's it, guys. Hope you liked. And congrats to whoever may be the winner. And good luck in the contest, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.